on that money.
Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
Yesterday was National Kid and Pets Day. Now, according to the National Pet Owner Survey, 70% of American families, 90.5 million households, do have a pet. And that comes, of course, with the expense of at least feeding it. Then in many cases, there's medical care, grooming, and lodging should you ever want to travel. So tonight in Money Talks, we talk to a financial advisor about the cost of pets. And full disclosure, he's got a dog. So a family decision is made that it's time to get a pet. But just like the decision to have a child, there will be a price. And certified financial advisor Neil Vinoy has some advice for you.
Absolutely. This probably doesn't shock anyone that has heard me talk over the years, but I definitely think you should budget for the cost of an animal before you go out and get a pet.
While dogs and cats are by far the top family pets, 19.4 million U.S. households own what are known as exotic animals, and some of those can be even more expensive than the traditional pets.
Obviously, some types of pets are going to be more expensive than others, but don't assume that a small pet is going to come with a small price tag. My wife and I had guinea pigs years ago, and changing the litter on a regular basis cost a ton. They were expensive.
There are 58 million cats living with Americans, but dogs do remain the top choice for pets, with just under 77 million households owning dogs. So let's talk about the true cost of that pet who becomes a family member.
According to AKC's website, the cost of a dog in the first year alone is over $3,000, and the lifetime cost can add up to be over $23,000. Those figures will include things like food, supplies, vet bills, medication, but keep in mind obedience, which is really important. So those training classes would be in addition to those average figures.
So pet insurance is a thing, but should you get it?
Personally, my wife and I have never opted for pet insurance with any of our dogs or other pets, but we always made sure we had room in our budget, money in our cash reserve for unexpected expenses that might occur. If you don't have wiggle room in your budget or extra money set aside for the cost of a pet, it might make sense to get pet insurance. Just be sure with any type of insurance to shop around, make sure you know what you're paying for, make sure you know what that policy will and will not cover.
A reminder that just under 2 million American households own a horse. That's a very different number, of course, than 150 years ago for sure. But with gas prices these days, we'll have to ask our very own Andy Anderson, what's cheaper to feed, the car or the horse? Leslie?
I'm just looking at that idea that it's $23,000 for the life of a pet, and I have 3 dogs.
Yep.
Wow. All right.